The cleanest grinder in the cafe often makes the best tasting coffee. Not because it looks nice, but because old coffee is one of the biggest flavor contaminants that we have. Rancid coffee oils, stale fines, and heat buildup will massively affect a coffee long before a recipe does. So cleaning is not just a chore, it is part of our flavor. Now, a big part of this is because coffee oils stale very quickly. They can go bitter, acrid, musty, and every shot that's ground will pick up a little bit of that flavor. A dirty grinder will also increase our retention. It slows grind changes, and it can cause regrind, increasing friction and heat. So here you can see is cleanliness and performance are directly linked. Now I want to start off with one of the most important parts, the exit of the grinder. So on a grinder, on the exit out of the chamber, this is where most of the compaction of coffee grinds happens. And therefore, this is where most of our build-up will actually occur. Now, if the exit to the chamber starts to clog up with ground coffee, the resistance out of that chamber will start to increase. So the coffee can't make it out of the burrs at the same rate as it was designed. When that exit is restricted, the coffee may not exit the chamber fast enough. And this is where we get a phenomenon called regrind, where that coffee goes around the burr set a second time. Now this affects friction, our heat, and our particle distribution, leading to increased channeling and fluctuations of espresso. So all of that shows up in the cup with harsher flavor, lower consistency. But for grinders, this exit resistance is a big deal. Ceado produces all of its components to superfine tolerances of 3 microns. And this is because the grinders are designed to have a specific resistance and flow of coffees through the chamber and the exit. So if that exit is dirty, the grinder is no longer working under the conditions it was designed for. So it makes perfect sense for that chute to be made easy access for the barista to manage this day to day. So one of my favorite parts of the Rev series is that removable funnel with a clump crusher attached. This makes one of the most important areas of the grinder easily accessible. We no longer have to open up the entire machine to get to the part that gets dirty first. So cleaning becomes easy, repeatable, and something that baristas will actually do. Now, another smart detail is how we access the grind chamber in this grinder. There are 3 screws here on top, and this pops straight out without exposing any threads. This is a part that often gets notoriously dirty with packed coffee and leads to grinders being cross-threaded when trying to do them up. This can damage the entire grinder and require an entire replacement. And even better, when the top goes back on, the grind set stays the same. No redialing that coffee for every time you clean it. So in a busy cafe, these details are a huge win. The cleaning takes less time and saves you more coffee in that redial. So I want to share a simple schedule that works for cleaning grinders in real venues. Now 1, remove the chute and clean the clump crusher gently with a brush. 2, open the chamber and brush both burr faces with a simple toothbrush. 3, use a vacuum to remove any coffee from the chamber, and then a simple reassembly by doing up these 3 screws. I start with the exit every time because this one point will control the whole system. Now for grinders, doing less than 5 kilos per day, I recommend follow this process at least 2 to 3 times weekly. More than this, you can push to 5 times and even up to 7 times a week. And as we know, clean grinders live longer, and less old coffee will mean a number of things. Lower friction and heat, motors working easier, electronics under less stress, and burrs wearing more evenly. By keeping that exit and chamber clear, the Rev series will give you better tasting coffee, more stable shot times, and a grinder that lasts. And this is why this grinder is designed to make that cleaning so fast and so easy. Look after the grinder, and it'll look after you.